Welcome to In This Season podcast, where we unpack the most empowering conversations, have exclusive and inspirational interviews, and host special events. Join Tammy, some call her Butterfly, and explore life's purpose by learning how to embrace each season of your life with confidence, strength, and purpose. Whether you're blooming in the spring, or shining in the summer, or embracing change in the fall, or gracefully hibernating in the winter, get ready to be inspired. Join us right here on this season of In This Season podcast with your host, The Butterfly. It's time, no matter what season it is.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, B.
Good morning. How you doing, Mama?
Good. How's it
Good to
going
see you.
over there for you?
So far, so good. Enjoying the day. Nice, easy morning. Had my time with God before I had my time with y'all. Had my time with my wife. Already one cup of coffee down on number two. You know,
I,
relax.
yeah, Brandon, I did too, you guys. I gotta get back to what I know works for me. I got up and, I got up. I'm like, the devil ain't gonna make me stay in this bed or whatever. But I did. I got up, and it just wasn't fretting about it. So, um, I'm going to try to do this without, I can't let the day get me. I can't face the day, as our topic said a few days ago. I can't face y'all in the day. And I know that in the world without first facing God, because that's what works for me. So it just felt good to go into maybe one day I'm going to have to do the show from the war room. I don't know. I'm kind of picky about the war room and what goes in there. So I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
But again, I just went before God in prayer and got to a point where I just got quiet and listened, and then I played a little bit of praise and worship. So it does. It changes the atmosphere. It changes for me my perspective of the day. It allows me to let go of the day and just trust God in it. Um, Thing happened yesterday. Jimmy went to work, and then he texted me and said, one of my coworkers just went to the died in the bathroom. So it it just brought about some different perspective about life and how precious it is, until it's not, you guys. And I just got to thinking, somebody's waiting for her to come home. Never really expected to, like, just go to work and go to the restroom and don't come out. Don't come out. How close, I don't know. It just did a thing for me. It made me a bit more appreciative for life, for love, for you, for family. Um, I don't know, and just my life in general. So never know. We never know, you guys. So just imagine that. I'm sure it happens and has happened before, right? But a little different, a little different. Um, and it was interesting, the story, when I finally got to talk to him and hear the full story. Like, there was a lady that knew she went to the restroom and went in there and called her name, but she never answered. So she didn't say anything, didn't do anything. She just left back out and went back to work. And finally, somebody said, "Hey, where is?" And she said, "Well, she went to the bathroom and never came back. I went in there and I called her name, but she didn't answer. So she just went back and sat and just started her day at work, finished her day at work." And so then eventually someone went in and she was gone. She was deceased. But I even thought about, like, how does that happen? How do you go in, call the name, and think nothing, knowing that she had not been feeling well and things like that? Just how distracted we are, and distracted from life. So that story kind of, not in a bad way, just, of course, I prayed for her family and the workers as well, but it just hit home in a way of how we do life daily, you guys, how we show up, how we love. That was the one thing. How and do we love? Like what's flowing? You have holy water flowing or your water flowing? Yesterday our topic was holy water. Do you turn your faucet on the right direction? Right? And the only way you can do that, for me, only way I can do that, let me not speak for you, is I get up and I go in that war room, right? And I put on the whole armor of God. Because this world out here and these people out here, no shade. But for the lady who went back and just went to work, like, okay, she didn't answer me. You know? So it's kind of my spiel for the day, Brandon. Let's feed the ducks. Come on. Let's shake it out. Uh-oh, y'all. We getting good at this. What?
So
Did y'all
funny.
feed the ducks with us? Who do we have with us? We got let's see. Big Mike says, good morning, everyone. May your Friday be wonderful and blessed with joy. Mike said the joy word, y'all. Look at him.
Mm.
I know. Miss Brenda says, great everything, great people. Happy Friday. And Miss Brenda says, I may not be able to listen tomorrow. I am going on a 1 day trip to Nashville. Whoa. With family and friends. I will have
Oh,
to see if I can charge my phone on the bus. Okay. It's all right. Miss Brenda, you ought to have the whole bus listening, baby.
that would be cool. Hey, y'all, I want to make another suggestion too for your mornings. A good thing to do, if you can, get some. And I know we just have a maybe 30 minutes or so before the show starts. I think the sun rises here in Memphis at like 6:34, 6:36 right now. But get outside if you can. Breathe some fresh air. Look to the sky before you look to your screen. See how that might change your perspective for the day. Right? Try to get some, especially if you can, some sunshine. Even after the show, get outside for a little bit. Make sure the sun touches your eyes before 9 a.m. Before 8, 9 a.m. It actually has a better impact on your like an impact on your day and how it goes, helping you to wake up, getting some of that sunshine in your eyes, specifically the morning sun, um, helps with your mood and endorphins and things like that throughout the day. So try to get some sunshine. It'll
Hmm,
make you feel better. Yeah,
that's
seriously.
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And it also helps you sleep. So like if you start your day out in the morning, seeing the sun as it rises, it'll give you a little bit more deference on when the sun starts to go down. You'll start to get more sleepy. So what happens is like people keep lights on in the house at night, and that gives you a false positive of the sun being up. So your body keeps producing the stress hormone cortisol to keep you up, as
Hmm.
opposed to starting to produce melanin that gives you that relaxed state and that ability to get some real deep sleep. So when you get up in the morning, try to get what's called your circadian rhythm on, right? Your breathing, your the rhythm that you are with the earth and the moon and the sun. Make sure you're in a good rhythm, because sometimes you can feel off because you're off rhythm. You look around, I don't know what's going on, but you work in 12-hour night shifts, or something like that. So make sure that your body is on a natural rhythm, y'all. These things are well-tuned machines. It's different. It's not this ain't just a hoopty car that you can put any kind of gas in, guys. There's a type of gas specifically, type of fuel specific for you, specific for our creation. And sometimes we get away from that, and then we deal with the mental effects, the health effects, the emotional effects, thinking that we have some control over it, like we aren't physical bodies. But all those hormones, emotions, neurotrans, all those things that you would feel, that can impact how you see your day and your perspective and worldview. A lot of those things that happen are chemical, right? A lot of those things that happen are physical too. So make sure that you're balanced, both, all three: body, mind, and spirit. But start that day out in the morning with the sun, and watch how it affects your day. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's my spiel. So we can hop into it.
All right. So we got a few more. Good morning, Monique. Good to see you back,
What up,
cousin.
cuz?
And Miss Brenda says, Tammy, you would be surprised how often things like that happen. When I worked at FedEx, there was a lady on the floor above me that passed at her desk and no one noticed for hours. Wow. That's how detached we are, y'all, from life. Um, That's how detached we are from our lives, well, people and their lives. Like someone, I don't know. So I won't get into that. But Miss Brenda, I get it. I get it. I actually shared the story with my coworkers. And just said, hey, in a way, y'all, some of you I've met, some of you I've never met, some of you I've met and I've got come to know and love, even on a different level because we've connected not just professionally but personally. But nonetheless, let's just love each other a little better and start at your own home. Let little things go. Matter of fact, don't pick up the little things because at the end of the day, what really matters? And it's one thing that I feel like our ancestors, when I think back on life and how, Brandon, you kind of touched on this just a minute ago, how busy life seems to be. Like, really, it seems like the only thing you get to do is work and come home and start the process all over again. Whereas when back in the day, even when, I'm working, stopping by grandma's house, um, talking more to family, not texting them, just or seeing them, connecting with them. Because it wasn't a lot of talking on the phone back then. It was you say what you got to say and you get off because you've already talked to the person. If they live there, you've seen them. So it wasn't a whole thing to have to just all the time be on this. And so the world has come be so has it feels so busy. Do less of this. I want to do less texting. Now, if you're out of town, I can get it, right? But if you're in town, why? Why do we feel such a need to be connected in this way? And so I think we were empowered differently because our elders, number one, were here. We were attached to them in a sense. Because when I lived close to my grandma, I don't know if there was ever really a day or two that went by without stopping by there. It just was a natural thing to do, right? Whereas now, I mean, you can be right across the street from your grandma. And you might not even walk over there and say, hey, you know, I just think that we've lost the value and the richness of life, right? And what's really grand, right? Grand uncles, great, and all that, And so, especially mothers and grandfathers, right? So we've lost. We've gained so much, microwave, da da da, all these things. We have what refrigerator and a freezer, microwave and a whatever this new thing is that they have, Brandon. What is it? The
The air
air
fryer.
fryer. We just got so much, and but in the gist of that, we've lost a lot. We've lost a lot. Like I was making tuna, y'all, and I had to think about like what do I put in my tuna? I'm just like really, Tammy. It came back to me, but I hadn't made it in so long, hustling and bustling, and I don't know. So just really think about your life. Just think about how you live it. Especially for those of you who come here every day, you've been with us. What's changing in your life? What are you doing differently and why? And is it passing on? Is someone else seeing your light or shine? So let's get into it, Brandon, because I do need to really be off by. Let's make it 7:30, 7:35.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to it now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I,
hit
I
the I'm
really
gonna hit
need
the
to do
X.
some things. So
All right, y'all. Well, welcome to the show and good morning to all of you. Thank you for allowing us the space and time to speak to you in this way so candidly and openly and mom transparently definitely for you. So appreciate you for that and welcome to the show, y'all. So if this is your first time or you've been here every time, we're reading through Daily Motivations for African American Success. I don't know if y'all can see that right there. There you go. Mom's book is nice and crispy.
yeah, y'all can see mine, not
There you
Brandon's.
go. There you go.
Whoa.
That I brought to her,
Yeah.
But y'all know that we're reading through this book by this great author, Daily Motivations for African American Success by Dennis Kimbro. I think printed in 1992. The reason we do this, and I'll read from the back of the book, the reason we move through this is Daily Motivations for African American Success will help you focus on the thoughts, attitudes, and deeds that will lead to the achievement of your true goals. In 365 short, powerful motivations, one for each day of the year, Dennis Kimbro, the author of the popular Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, leads us to discover how to use the present moment and our own gifts to transcend labels, cultivate a positive attitude, become wise enough to know when to say yes and when to say no, and to look inward for answers to life's challenges. So each motivation begins with words of wisdom from such distinguished and celebrated African Americans as Malcolm X, Marion Wright Elderman, Whoopi Goldberg, Charlene Hunter Galt, Bill Cosby, Carl Rowan, Mother Hale, Reverend Leon Sullivan, and hundreds of others. This treasure trove of practical inspiration will give you fresh encouragement every day of the year, but what it teaches will last you a lifetime. So each affirmation in this valuable and thought-provoking book takes only a few minutes to read, but is worthy of more time for contemplation. And that was from the Black Enterprise in comment about this book. But again, go get this book. It's I always say this, it's a great read. It's motivational. It has been a friend to us in the lessons and the wisdom and witticisms that it's given us. And it's good to support our African American author. We need more books like this, right? So we've got to support this. And if I could suggest something, build our own Black publishers. I want to stress that because unless we are able to control the narrative on how we are, presented to the world through various forms of media, we will always see ourselves through someone else's eyes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is a call to us. We need our own publishing. We need our own news. We need our own media and things like that, communications, specifically for us and tailored for the people that aren't connected to, that don't really care about the celebrity things like that. That stuff is okay, but we have to put it in its place. And I think we're so addicted to entertainment, Mom, that we even see our quote unquote leaders, even our representatives, even our mayors and governors and presidents, we digest them through the lens of entertainment. And we value them based on their ability to entertain or tickle our fancy as opposed to what we think is genuinely and morally and ethically best. And so I think we're getting off the mark a little bit. And we don't see ourselves through our own eyes, but rather through the eyes of those of the owners and controllers of global finance. But that's a whole nother subject. So let's jump into the book for the day. I'm giving y'all little spiels on the way.
All right, let's do
All right,
it.
let's do it. All right, so today is November the 15th, I believe. And our title is It's a Dirty Job, but Somebody Has Got to Do It. It's a dirty job, but somebody has got to do it. And Lou Rawls, the singer, said, sooner or later, we've got to polish ourselves up. We've got to let the shine come through. Mm-hmm. Sooner or later, we've got to polish ourselves up. We've got to let the shine come through. It seems to me that we don't have to add anything to our lives. Instead, we need to take things away. We need to take away the junk. Imagine driving a car with a filthy windshield. The sun is beaming and you can't see a thing ahead of you. The particles of dirt obscure the sun's rays, causing you a real problem. All you have to do, though, is take the dirt off the windows by washing them. The glass is already clear, but the dirt has to be removed. The same is true of a diamond. All the brilliance, radiance, and beauty of the diamond are released through the facets cut into the stone. Each facet expresses the total vibrancy and beauty of the diamond, and the diamond cannot withhold any of this from the facets, and the diamond cannot withhold any of this from the facets. However, when the facets get dirty or dusty, the radiance of the diamond is hidden until the residue is removed. You might consider that we are facets of life, and life can withhold energy, health, or love from us no more than the diamond can withhold any of its qualities from the facets. Unless we cloud ourselves with fear, self defeating attitudes, or doubt. Only when these negative qualities are absent can the true nature of our being be exposed to the world. And our affirmation for the day is I will allow my vibrancy to show by removing the junk and dirt, negative habits, and negative thinking in my life. Over to you, Mom.
Wow. All right, I'll start with the affirmation. I will allow my vibrancy to show by removing the junk and dirt, negative habits, and negative thinking in my life, y'all. And it also tells us, however, when the faucet gets dirty or dusty, the radiance of the diamond is hidden until the residue is removed. So earlier when I asked you, what are you doing? Because it says it's a dirty job, and it is. It's a dirty job removing all the residue that we've allowed to accumulate, right? That is from our past, not about where we're going or where we are, but where we come from. So yes, it's a dirty job cleaning yourself up, purging, cleaning the residue, letting go. It hurts because you've attached yourself to it, your identity. But somebody in this culture has to start the journey of setting ourselves free. And not just free, but free indeed. Open our hearts. That was one of my prayers this morning, God. I'm open. I want to be open for your grace, your mercy. It wasn't for finances, things like that. It was for those things that sometimes we don't even see because we don't have time. We're so attached to the world. When the word tells us, do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be ye transformed. How did you start your day this morning? How did you start your day yesterday? Because some of us don't even know it's a dirty job. We don't really be honest about ourselves, about our stuff, our junk, right? We pretend that it's always somebody else. It's always something else. They dirty, not me. They need to clean up, not me. I'm going to share this with you. I ran across a post from Michael Basin. I think I'm saying his name right. It was a question. Why did you and your ex break up? Or why basically aren't you not together anymore? And it was interesting because I did, and rarely do I do that, but I just felt led. There were so many negative things. Well, after I post my post, I realized it was a lot of negative things there, and I was like, we were broken, didn't know how to love each other, didn't love ourselves, wasn't open enough to be vulnerable, afraid of being hurt, not realizing that we're just hurting each other by doing this. And so, and I went on to say, we are healing, thus we're friends. And on the healing side, he's a great guy and deserves a healthy relationship. And over 100 plus people were like, wow, thank you. Because it wasn't just him. It wasn't just me, right? We both were dirty and afraid to clean up, right? But somebody's got to do it, y'all, because when we do, marriages will work. relationships will work. If you clean yourself up, if one of us may have just been clean, might not be my ex. Because if I'm clean, then I'm less offended. I have more grace and mercy, right? If he was clean, he would have been less offended and understood the journey of my growing, right? So we dirty. Somebody's got to do the job and clean up. So our babies don't get wet from that and be here where we are, be in a relationship where I was, right? Not knowing who I am or was. So how, or what I even needed and wanted. So how could another person know what I need and want who was also dirty? So y'all may have a different perspective of this, but I'm going to tell you, I get it. Like, it's a dirty job, Tammy, but you got to clean yourself up. Don't be going back and forth. Don't get on the fence one day and off the next. Another thing in the war room, I talk to myself, I got to stay on it. Stay on the journey of God. Wow, God, I don't understand a lot of things, many things. I trust you. I have to. Even in the job of cleaning myself up, making sure my residue is removed before I try to make you move yours. Because truth be told, I got enough over here. I can't even see yours because I'm still moving mine every day, right? So over to you, Brandon.
All right, thank you, Mama. Appreciate those insights. And I agree. I mean, it's a dirty job, but somebody has got to do it, and no one is gonna do it like you, because no one knows your dirt like you. No one knows, your true brilliance like you, right? You know what is within you. You know the talents, the gifts that God has given you. You know what you're capable of somewhere deep down inside. And I think most of us are afraid of that potential. So sometimes we see the dust, but we don't clean it. We see the fact that, hey, the dust might be the fact that you don't wake up. I'm not speaking to anyone here, obviously, but for someone that might be watching it, this show later, if you're a man with children and you're waking up 9, 10 o'clock. See, I didn't say 11 or 12. I said 9, 10 o'clock. That means the sun has been up for 3 hours, right? And you have children to provide for, right? You have a home to administer, to be the admin of, right? To administer of. And if you haven't gotten up, then that's a dusty spot, right? If you haven't faced God before you faced your day, that, my friend, is a dusty spot, right? If the plate, just like in your home, if there's stuff that needs to be cleaned up, you cannot continue to step over it.
That's right.
You cannot continue to step over it. It will nag your brain. It will slow down the processing and the flow of the healthy thoughts that will lead you to your best life. Right? It will slow it down because mentally you're tripping over things that are in your mental floor, because your what you see on the outside usually is a manifestation, right, of something that's already going on inside, right, internally. So if you have if you're if you're not used to seeing yourself well, trim yourself up, make yourself look presentable. I'm not saying go spend an egregious amount of money for clothes, but what I'm saying is smell good, right? Speak well, right? Speak to your highest ability. Why degrade yourself to sound cool? You know what I mean? And why is cool acting like a fool, right? It's what is it that makes, and again, this is getting back to something I spoke of earlier, having our own publishers, having our own media that represents us, having movies and things in it, because this is America largely exports hopes and dreams. That's our main export. Hopes and dreams and the entertainment, right? Of the lure of fame, the lure of becoming rich. That's what we sell to the rest of the world uh, as far as what they see of us. And I think it produces somewhat of a psychosis for the people here, to where we see wealth as moral authority, right? We see how good a person is based on not their merit, right? But rather how much they have acquired. And this could be through anything, through they could not have done anything to earn it, but they could be an heir to something. And we will place what they say on a with heavier weight than the wise person who is an academic who has studied, you know, all these things. Look at the people that for example, you know, they have to represent us even on the biggest stages. I don't know if y'all know this, but did y'all hear about that? In the Democratic campaign, they spent $10 million for a 3 minute uh, talk from Beyonce. $10 million, right? $5 million for Megan Thee Stallion to go up there and shake her booty on stage in front of America at the you know at the Democratic um at a like rally, I mean,
Shows you where we
I
are.
mean, and
And
that's
not,
not even all of it. I mean, it's like 1.8 million of this over here. Like,
but but
look,
we don't have funding for people, and people are homeless. Our veterans
ex
are in the
exactly.
they're lost. Like y'all, it shows, and then we
And
support
we're
this.
spending $10 million on Beyonce, and
Yeah,
some of y'all out there like, yeah, Beyonce, like, be no, like,
yeah, because they
this
got their little
is
girls
stupid.
dressing like Beyonce and got
This
hair
is,
like Beyonce.
and you wonder, like, y'all,
Why
as
your life is dirty?
African, let's talk about this. African American success. This is why you are the laughing stock of the world. This is why you are the entertainment of the world. This is why you are the help, because you don't, as a people, we don't demand respect, right? Demand respect. Everyone and their mama who is African American should call that deplorable. Should say
But Brian, why would they?
that
Because
is not the best of us. But what we'll do is we'll go right back, and we're going right back to the sleeper cell. Right
our
back sleep.
children are listening to all this stuff going into school,
Yeah,
right?
7 o'clock in the
And
morning. We
that's
don't.
also why we don't have to be shackled anymore, right? Because we are enslaved here, right? Now, Frederick Douglass said, "You can have my body, but never my mind." But
Yeah,
see, they don't have to lock us up anymore. They don't have to put us on the shackles and get the guard out there to make sure we don't run, because we
yeah. That we don't
run.
need to guard. Yeah,
Right?
and we'll tell on each other.
Yeah.
Anybody trying to do something good, man, we'll break each other down before someone else. So what I'm saying is find you. I promise you guys, 4 quarters over 100 pennies. Find like-minded individuals. Stop trying to save everyone. Find
Exactly.
you the people that you can build with, because it's easy to look everywhere around and see everybody ripping everything down. But you can, where attention goes, energy flows. If you can focus that attention and that intention on one singular thing and move the ball down the field. Everyone's trying to throw touchdown passes and missing entirely. Ain't even been trained as a quarterback. Just get the ball down the field. And eventually and soon in your family, first, you can get you a touchdown. But we are consumed by consuming. We have the consumption where we want to consume all of these things. So it is not clean for our daughters to be dressed like whores and sluts. It is not clean for our sons uh, 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 to not know how to read or to build or to fix anything. It is not clean for us to eat the garbage that we do. It is not clean for us to listen to the pornographic music that is on the radio when children are going to school. Public radio, This is public pornography that is going through your ears. They did the studies that said that you imagining you're playing the piano or shooting a basketball, it's your brain doesn't know the difference in the reactions that it gives you and the thoughts that it gives you. So your children and you are being mentally molested and hypersexualized. And to everyone else, to white people, it's entertainment. To everyone else, this is entertainment. But to your children and to you, you see yourself. It's culture. It's who you are. It emanates from a place of our shared value system. And that is not us. We are seeing ourselves through the dirty lens of others because we don't own or control what the productions that show us, that represent us. When you don't have your own, you'll always be on someone else's coattail, and you'll have a misrepresentation and a false perception of who you are. So clean yourself up. Clean your own car. I bet you'll clean it better because you know where all the dirty spots are.
Brandon, you can jump in.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about this, where the young man that I spoke about a few days ago. So we were, let me just say, so he didn't want me in his car. He was like, Miss Tammy, no, you can't get in my car. My car's dirty, you know? And I'm thinking, but it's so, and that's how we do. Even when you talked a little bit earlier about your space, cleaning up your space, because it gets into you. But what will we do if somebody knocks on the door? They're coming over. You'll get that space clean for them. But why aren't you worthy of that? Why is it okay for you to walk around in filth and live in filth? Somebody can't even get in your car, come in your house because you are just that embarrassed for them to see it. But why is it okay for you? Because you feel dirty and you ain't cleaning yourself up. And you've bought into that mess. So Brandon was saying it ain't clean for. It's dirty for you to be okay with that. It's dirty for you to not, for our young men not to know how to change a tire, change some oil, right? It's dirty for your daughters not to know it now, right? But while you are bumping, you got your music bumping, you get out your car, you clean your sneakers, you souped up, doped up, right? Ain't got a pot to piss in if you needed one. But you Gucci down, you Beyonce down. It's dirty if you don't see your children.
Mm-hmm.
As I think about the young man who's gonna try to talk to me in the park, and you got 4 kids talking about somebody won't let you see them. Bro, you ain't got time for me. Because if you don't have time and love for your kids and you fighting for your kids, what you gonna do in our relationship? Now, if you come to me and say, hey, I've been fighting for my kids, let's talk. Maybe I can help you.
Yeah.
Maybe I can help you get your kids. But if you okay with not seeing your kids, talking about somebody keeping them from you, bro, I don't want you. I want you. Nothing you can do for me.
You ain't strong enough to even get to be around your kids.
Right.
Or to be at least fighting for them.
Exactly. That's
at least
it.
to be
right
fighting
there.
for them. I mean, come on, man. How you
Right.
supposed to protect me? You can't even protect your rights.
Right.
To yourself, to your
Right.
children,
Because
to
truth
your
be
blood.
told, he wasn't interested in his kids. He out there trying to get some booty.
He trying to get the next coochie. Exactly.
Yeah. And make another baby that he ain't gonna see.
And that's dirty. And look,
that's dirty.
And you know what's interesting? I don't know if y'all know this, but do you know that I think I read that it was 10% of the men have 10% of men have access. I'm talking physical access to the bodies, mind, and time of 90% of the women.
Say that again.
So 10% of the men, 10% of the men are taking up 90% of the women in the same. So the same men, multiple women. Multiple women are pursuing the same men. 10% of men. So man, I'm just being honest with you guys. Like y'all out. I mean, if you're not doing something with your life, you aren't the catch. Okay.
They are the catch because women they really are, because women settle for that mess. Women,
right. Well, yeah.
So they are the catch.
And what I'm saying is that 10% of men for example, are going to have more access and this is just natural in the dating sphere, in creating like than the guys that don't have anything. Those men will get used, and vice versa with the women.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all women are becoming used goods. I'm telling you, men do not want you after you've had multiple sexual partners. It's absolutely unattractive. And the same thing vice versa. You're the like we there's something to purity. There's something
Mm.
to keeping your chastity in certain aspects. Like even there's an honor in it that we as a people are really losing by being hypersexualized and normalizing hypersexual things from our children. So guys, we got to get out of here, but there's a lot
Yeah.
of cleaning up that we got to do. And nobody, I promise you, no one, if you set the time out, no one is going to clean your car the way you are. No one is going to clean your house the way that you could. Someone will come over there and do a better job than you, but you had more potential to do better because you know all the nooks and crannies. You know what you're hiding in your closet. You know what you need to give back to God. You know what you need to ask forgiveness for. You know what you need to go say sorry for. You know where the sock is that you left in, on the bathroom floor in the corner that you need to go get. You've walked over it a million times. Go pick it up. Today, when you see that piece of whatever it is that you've been neglecting to do, maybe it's the curtain, maybe it's the anything it could be. Maybe it's vacuuming, maybe it's cleaning out the bottom of your couch and getting the coins under, but clean something up today and look at it as a metaphor for yourself. Clean up bit by bit. And as the Mexicans say, poco a poco, right? Little by little, right? Try to
Right.
get it out.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say try to get these things out in any capacity that you can. You ain't got to do the whole job today, but every day try to purify yourself, try to purify your space, try to purify your heart, try to purify your mind, try to purify your intention, and watch how the world changes around you. All right. So that's all I got for today. We
And,
got to get
and
on out
I'll
of here.
say people start if you're home, right? Because y'all, we really didn't have anything, but we were so blessed. But everything we had growing up, you had to keep it clean, baby. Kitchen wasn't dirty. The bathroom wasn't dirty, right? People everywhere, children everywhere. But I tell you what, we cleaned up, right? So your life is a reflection of you. Your home, your car is a reflection of you. So someone said this to me and it was powerful, right? Because, we'll judge other people, right? And when we hear other races talking about what we really do need to fix, we get angry, right? If you hear another person that looks like you, like we're talking today, this going to piss somebody off. But let it piss you off enough to clean up yourself and whatever it is around you. Somebody said, don't judge me because on the scale, we weigh the same, right? We're the same kind of dirty until we try to clean it up, right? Clean up, clean up, because if not, you weigh the same as everybody else, right? But if you walk in clean, right, and it ain't got to be the red bottoms, right? And if they are, it could be the red bottoms from the Goodwill. And they will never know unless you tell them. But I tell them where I get my stuff, baby, right down there from the thrift store, Salvation, Goodwill.
Half and half,
Paid
whatever
$3,
it is.
$4 for it. That's why I got some dollars in the bank. Cause I ain't red bottom $700, right? 800, whatever. So y'all, clean up, you dirty.
It's a dirty
Start
job.
your own home and your car, right? And see how just your space feel a little lighter. As I prepare for a yard sale, I got so much stuff packed up. It feels like a sin to have all this stuff that I haven't touched in years that somebody could use, right? And I'm going to practically give it away, but I'm going to receive $1 or $2 here for it so I could bless my grandbabies. Right? I mean, really. Because
No, I
if I
feel you.
if I
Let's
give
get
it
out of here,
away,
Mom.
the people at the Salvation Army, you know what they're doing? They taking it home. Goodwill taking it home,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So let's get out of here.
Let's get
Y'all,
out of here.
you're dirty. Go clean up.
It's
Go
a
clean up.
dirty job, but somebody has got to do it is our title for today. And Lou Rawls, the singer, gave us our quote that says, sooner or later, we've got to polish ourselves up. We've got to let the shine come through. And our affirmation for the day is, I will allow my vibrancy to show by removing the junk and dirt, meaning negative habits and negative thinking in my life. So clean it up, y'all. Go out there, enjoy your day. Make sure to go to the YouTube channel of In, the letter N, This Season podcast, and make sure you like, subscribe, and if you so please, turn on those notifications so that you get a notification every single time we go live. All right, y'all. We love you. Take your time.
Brandon, good morning to Auntie Richetta. We see your
Also,
message
Auntie.
there. Miss Brenda says, it's amazing to me how some people consider this female empowerment. Auntie Richetta says, amen, ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Beatrice, my
Man.
mom, always said that. Yes, she did. Oh my gosh. Yes, she did. I forgot that part. Big Mike says, believe it or not, I realized that some people, sad to say, love to be dirty. I had to realize that, Tammy, just like a pig that like to lay in their filth. All right, y'all. There we go.
Yeah, the comments was going today.
Y'all go clean up. Don't stay dirty. Dirty wearing you or you wearing the dirty.
Hey. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. We'll see y'all next time. 7 a.m. Same time, same place. Peace.
Y'all duck on out. Come on, Brandon. Hey, we ain't dirty no more. We got it.
I figured it out.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace. We love you.
Thank you.